Now recording. I'm going to show you my audience. I have 2 audience members here today. While we do this, let me share my screen. See if it's gonna. Okay. How do I make this bigger? Okay, so the purpose of today's speech is to discuss student loan borrowing and why less students are borrowing money to attend college. So imagine that you graduated from college and, oh, let me go back. Imagine you're graduating from college, excited to start your career, only to realize that your student loan payment every month is the same as your rent. And for a lot of students, that's not just a nightmare, it's an actual reality. Students have found ways to reduce the burden of student loan debt by participating in employee-sponsored tuition reimbursement. Companies like Starbucks, Target, and the Mayo Clinic all offer 100% tuition coverage for students who take certain degrees or certain courses, while companies like Allstate, Capital One, and Chipotle will pay up to $5,250 a year in tuition reimbursement. So if the student takes a class and they pay for it out of their own pocket, they can get reimbursed for that money. Okay, a big one, another big option for students here is going to be scholarship funding. So in the state of Arizona, they have the Arizona Promise Program, which offers uncapped funding for students who have just graduated from high school. They do have to meet certain income requirements and certain grade requirements or GPA. As well as the federal Pell Grant, which is a federally funded by the Department of Education that provides $7,390 per year and money to students that does not have to be paid back. This is based on income by the student's parents. Okay. However, even with all that funding, there's been a noticeable drop in how many students are going to college in the first place. And you might be wondering why that is. Well, it's because of the cost. Tuition is expensive. Arizona, a traditional 4-year college anywhere across the United States is going to run you about $11,100 a year. There's been a 45% increase in the last decade for tuition rates. And for those who are enrolling, let me go back. So if students don't want to pay the 4-year coursework, they can opt for alternatives. So students can go into vocational training. Programs for this will usually run all inclusive about $8,000 to $10,000. On average, you're looking at about $8,370 for an entire program. This will lead to jobs as a welder, a pipe fitter, HVAC technician, a pipe fitter, and an aircraft mechanic. And these jobs will all usually start you at about $16,000 or more per year. There are also associate degrees that can lead to high-paying, careers. This is jobs such as ultrasound and X-ray technicians, air traffic controllers, dental hygienists, and occupational therapist assistants, all starting at about $70,000 a year. And if you go for an associate's degree in the state of Arizona, you're probably looking at about anywhere between $2,400 to about $5,000 per year. Okay, and for those who are enrolling, there's been a noticeable shift in the mindset. More students are thinking twice about taking on student loan debt for good reason. Because of the awareness around taking out student loans, the requirements to pay it back, and how hefty the bill can be, a lot of students are opting to just take on smaller course loads so that they can minimize their bill per semester. They're attending part-time. They're also working part-time, full-time, and overtime to try to supplement the money that is paid toward tuition. Now, even with all of this, some students will even do payment plans, which is another good option for students who want to minimize the use of student loans while they're in school. Okay. In conclusion, while the rising cost of college continues to be a challenge, students today are becoming smarter and more strategic about how they fund their education. Higher education may still come with a price tag, but students today are proving that with the right resources and the right mindset, a successful future doesn't have to come with a lifetime of debt. And that will conclude today's speech. And I am done. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Applause.
Thank you. Thank you.